Hi, welcome to IBC 2019. I'm Joe O'Halloran, Editor-in-Chief of Rapid TV News, and I'm here with Ajey and Anand, CEO of Norigin Media. Ajey, welcome back. We're here again.
Yes.
And we say we're here again. We've been speaking over the years about the need for online video and quality of experience and what was going to happen in the industry.
Yeah.
Do you feel proud that you've called it right?
Yes, the internet finally is ready to support all of the video content that there is and growing. I think it wasn't ready maybe 5-10 years ago. The amount of video that there is, Netflix has introduced 4K and so has everyone else. It's becoming the absolute norm. SD is so passé, so I think it's getting ready for bigger and better.
So bigger and better means a lot of change for the clients. What new challenges and changes do you see them having to put up with?
I think many things. The consumer is thinking that streaming services is becoming the norm. I think consumers know what they want. Streaming is the new broadcast. There's no difference between whether you're watching TV on a mobile phone or a cable network. TV's TV. It's just 2020 soon enough, and I think people need to understand that the way of consumption is not the question. The fact that they're getting television content across different models and different mediums, whether it's broadcast or streaming, it's happening today and everyone's using it. So it's becoming the absolute norm in regular life.
So when you're talking to clients, have you seen like their workflows? They're changing and they're having to change models?
I think more than workflows, the ways of working and the ways of thinking are changing. The ways of working is, first of all, they're realizing that the difference between streaming and broadcast is that streaming is changing every day, which means that you need to be more adaptive, you need to be able to change without any questions, you need to be able to be agile. We're a development house as far as TV app development is concerned, so we need to be ready to make new changes and releases every month. People shouldn't be thinking that they haven't made any changes to a streaming service in the last 2 years, because a streaming service changes every month. You need to introduce new features, you need to be able to compete with your competitors, you need to be adaptive to the better strength of the internet, which is every month. Things are changing, which is the way that agile development works. That's the way of work. But in terms of the quality in general, the higher set expectations are just going so high that people don't even know what they want about 6 months from now. So the adaptive nature of the business is what drives us and the industry.
Now, one thing broadcasters certainly want is looking at apps and app frameworks. Tell us more about, in general, what the app frameworks the broadcasters are asking, and then what's that meant for Norigin in addressing those needs?
I think what the broadcasters are asking today, as against 2 years ago. Before, they were asking for an entire app framework, which included a user experience, how it looks, how it feels. The word white-labeled apps were commonplace. Today, app framework, as far as we're concerned, is app technology framework. How do you build apps? How do you keep in touch with the device evolutions itself? There are so many players, so many devices, so many analytical providers that make up what the apps are. We're responsible as technologists to make sure that all of that is ready. The way we are building our app framework is we're dividing technology and design, and we're allowing our customers to realize that they can do anything with design. This is important because the customers are thinking of design as their quintessential vision, which is taking its precedence towards the consumer. So we say you can do what you want with design, but technology needs to remain constant because you can't change that. You need to be moving forward with the right DRMs, the right video qualities, the right player analytics. If you put all of this together, that's what we control. So our app framework is a very low-lying SDK that we use ourselves. The design is something that we allow our customers to do in what they want, because everybody wants something extremely creative and they're ready to create things themselves. So we're allowing that to happen.
The other things that you're allowing to happen is here at IBC, you've invested or investigating a lot more advertising technology.
Yeah, forever. I personally, my background is advertising, so I'm very, very eager to do something with advertising, but this is advertising tech. One of the biggest buzzwords here is ad replacement. But of course, with the politics involved between broadcasters and operators, that's not going to happen anytime soon. We're just making the technology ready. When you talk about ad replacement, it's not just serving the right ad to the right person. There's so many other use cases of advertising. Just marking the ads on the player to tell your consumers where the ads are quite important. What Norigin is doing is we normally would have relied on SCUDI 35 markers, which is a very available and ready industry standards. But it's not there. When we look at service providers and operators who have 150 channels, maybe 1, maybe 5 channels have these SCUDI 35 markers, which are there in the first place, which are not lost in the value chain of encoding. We're just telling our operators that if they need ad markers, Norigin can put them in the video feed so that you know what to do with the ads themselves. So we're doing ad detection more than ad replacement.
And so wrapping up here, there's two things. Firstly, how do you see the next 6 months going in terms of the industry? What's going to be the new challenges?
I think the new challenge or the new opportunity for us, rather, is more the large screen. We've been doing a lot of work on the smart TV, which I believe is finally becoming smart. I think that it's becoming a user-friendly experience. The broadcasters are controlling the user experience more and more, whether it's their own streaming services, whether it's services through operators. I think the broadcasters have an ultimate goal. We know that Disney Plus has launched this week in Holland and soon enough around the world. And I think that that's the idea for us to say that when new services launch on the large screen, TV is back home again, so we're ready for it.
So TV back home, looking at apps, now you've assured me you can build an app in 100 seconds.
I have asked my developers to build an app in 100 seconds. We use React Native. The idea is to use one code across all devices. We're running a demo here at IBC, which is basically building one app in 100 seconds, the home page, not the entire app, but to make sure that it works on a Samsung Tizen, an Apple TV, and an Android TV. So he's going to build using ready-made components. He's going to drag and drop and create a home page, and he's going to deploy it in a production environment for a user to literally launch an app across all these devices.
Well, let's see.
Head over to Dimitri.
Hi, my name is Dmitry. I'm a software engineer at Norigin Media, and I'm going to show you how I'm using our UI components to build the home screen for the TV apps just in 100 seconds for 3 devices. It's Samsung Tizen device, Apple TV at the top left corner, and at the top right corner it's a browser application. And you will also see how I'm doing coding in the real time. Let's start. So first I'm removing this hello message from the screen. And I'm adding some carousels data. Then for each carousel, we are going to use category component from our UI toolkit. Then we will assign some items. And now we can work on a hero item for our home screen. So I will create some function that will set the current asset that we just selected to a hero item. And then we will store it in the state. And then we can finally use this item in our hero item component from our UI toolkit. And also we will set initial focus for the remote control. Let's see. So here we've got browser home screen at the top right corner. On the big screen we have Tizen, Samsung home screen. And in the top left corner, Apple TV. So it works seamlessly on all 3 platforms in real time. Thank you.
And thank you for watching.